What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be reviewing the new Horizon C-Line PD2, aka the Gravity Bomb. This is Gavin Babcock's Tour Series disc, Signature Series, whatever you want to call it. And I'm super excited about this disc because I have like an OG PD2 that's S-Line that I've been looking for a really good complement because it's so broke in that it's more straight than it is just crazy beefy. So I think it's going to be a fun review. Also want to shout out you all because we have gone over 1,500 subscribers in a little over 9 months, and I want to do something to celebrate that. So drop some comments, let me know some ideas, like whether it be a giveaway, special video, or whatever else that might be. And as always, y'all know we're going to play 3 holes and then throw all these out in the field on different angles and then give you my final thoughts. So let's get into it. I don't think that transition is going to work as well because the disc is so see-through. Oh well, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to be comparing this to a OG Innova-made S-Line PD2. It's a little bit more broken, a lot more broken. So I'm expecting this to be a lot more stable. Gavin Babcock said it's a lot more stable than the other PD2s that are out. So I'm hoping this will be the perfect complement to this. But overall, honestly, so far, they feel the exact same in the hand. The actual wing of the disc, they are literally identical. The Horizon C-Line might have a little bit higher parting line. I don't think so though. I don't know, they're pretty much the same disc. Hole 1, it's like a 600-foot finishing uphill par 4. I'm going to throw both of these on slight hyzer, which will probably mean pretty big hyzer for me. First flight throws, honestly, because I have not thrown the Gravity Bomb yet. The weather's been terrible, it's been super rainy, and I've been busy. So yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. With the Gravity Bomb first. Oh yeah, that is beef. Holy beef. S-Line. There's maybe a slight tailwind. You can tell that. Now I threw that one a little better, but way more flip up and push. As expected, the Horizon C-Line one is way more stable. Now, given I did throw it a little bit lower, but you can tell like it didn't even think about popping up and gliding whatsoever. It just automatically started getting on that hyzer angle, which is really what I expected from this disc. But I'm gonna get some better throws with it in the field, and then I'm gonna play a couple other holes with it too, where I'll throw it flat and hyzer, which is what I think it was more so made to do, especially for AMs like myself. So we'll see. Oh yeah, that's nice. Woo! And short. Not like a 25-foot putt. Ooh. Hole 2 is like 430 feet. It plays downhill, obviously, but it also finishes kind of uphill, so it plays closer to like 415, 420. But there's this paved just drain all the way through the middle of the fairway, and I really don't want to destroy this disc because I don't think I can throw it that far anyway. Even if I put a lot of anhyzer on it, it would just break my heart to see this go very, very fast, very, very harsh hyzer onto concrete the first day I throw it. So we're gonna go to the next hole. Skipped over to hole 3. This one's only about 330, so I'm gonna throw both of these on a just kind of a power controlled anhyzer shot and see what they do when they get put on a pretty harsh anhyzer. I'm expecting the S-Line PD2 to hold it, and I'm expecting the Gravity Bomb, honestly, to fight out of it pretty quick. So we'll see. I think they could have called this like the Babcock Bomb. I think they missed an opportunity there. Finally. Dude, that comes out so quick. Go in. Oh. Y'all can tell, like, the S-Line PD2 held anhyzer for a very long time before it came back. That one, it was like it held it for a little bit and then immediately started fighting out of it. I will say this about the Gavin Babcock PD2. It is not like unusable overstable. It's more of like definitely more workable overstable, but still very, very, very overstable. So if you're not very good at throwing anhyzer or the exact specific angle that you want, this disc is not going to give you much forgiveness whatsoever for that. So that was probably like the 5th or 6th try it took me to actually get that on anhyzer, whereas the S-Line PD2, I was able to throw it like slide anhyzer within a couple of tries, and the disc did the rest of the work. All right, so the gravity bomb ended up parked after the like 6th try or so. The PD2 is probably 75 feet or more long. Do it. Oh, you stupid limb. This one is just, it's straight beef. We're gonna throw it on forehand on the next hole, and then I'm gonna try to throw it flat for a little bit of distance on a different hole, and I think that's really gonna tell the tale of whether or not it's just too much disc for the majority of people, or if it's really fun. I mean, I'm having fun with it so far. All right, so this next hole is only about 280 feet. OB left on the road the whole way. Definitely just a hyzer forehand if you've got it. And I think that's more of what this disc was built for, is just reliable hyzer finish shots. So we're gonna try that out here. I'm gonna throw it maybe flat, a little bit of anhyzer. It's plenty stable to fight out of it. And then I'm gonna throw the OG PD2 for fun. Look at that, that's wild. I think it's a little short, but you could tell, like, I really kind of cranked that on anhyzer, and it didn't like beef out, it just sort of pushed, but there was never a doubt that it was going to fight out. Dang, that was like hyzer early released. It's like pin high, you can tell just held straight the whole time. Like, I think they complement each other perfectly, honestly. Blood has tripped over my bag. All right, this hole's like 375, finishes uphill. You got to go around all these pine trees, and you kind of carry OB the whole time. So I'm gonna try to push both of these flat. I'm gonna go with the gravity bomb first, see if I can get there. I really don't think I can, based off of how I've thrown it the entire round. It just really seems like a more reliably 350 foot utility disc for me, which is what I want. But there was like that slight hope that like maybe this pushes a little bit further than I thought it would. More like this one, but just a tick more stable. And it might break into that, I don't know. That's not flat. Dude, that is so stable. And so short. All right, OG. That was flat. Left. That one's still a little bit short too, but it went probably 20 feet further. All right, so the PD2 is probably 20 short. It's just not too bad. The gravity bomb is probably 50 feet short though, but do it. Oh man. Ah, that's a little low. I'm still curious though, if this gravity bomb, once it gets broke in just a little bit, and I get more used to it, like on a good day, if it's not quite as stable as I think it is right now. But I mean, I threw some shots on like the 400 foot hole 2, and I was throwing those pretty good, like my normal distance drivers, and I was throwing those pretty far. So I think I'm having a pretty good backhand day. I just think this disc is very, very overstable. And typically, for some reason, I always think that I can throw every disc 400 feet, even if it's a beefcake distance driver or a putter. And so it's kind of unrealistic, but anyways. All right, so final thoughts on the disc. Definitely overstable. Definitely more overstable than an S-Line, at least an OG one that's broke in. And it does not feel like a disc that's gonna break in that quickly or easily. So I'm gonna throw some flights up on the screen so you can see them on hyzer, flight and anhyzer in the field. And you should be able to tell that no matter what angle I throw this disc on, it is going to fight out of it every single time. So it's not that this disc isn't useful, or I would suggest not getting it. I would just suggest, if you're gonna get this disc, you need to know that it is very overstable. And this is coming from someone who can throw 400 plus, and I can barely get the disc to go about 350 feet. So just know what you're getting before you get it. It's very overstable. That being said, it's a very cool looking disc. It's very reliably overstable, and you can definitely find a use for it in your bag, and it complements my other PD2 perfectly. So I'm gonna keep it in the bag for a little bit at least. Hope y'all enjoy the video. I've got some packages coming in that I'm looking forward to reviewing. And then it's getting that time of year again for a Discmania mystery box, so I'm kind of looking forward to that too, because y'all loved that video last year. So looking forward to it. As always, stay snappy. Love y'all. Go check out a gravity bomb, but only if you want a disc that is like beef.